Yo, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the thrilling three-part trilogy. No, I'm just playing, y'all. But it is going to be a good conclusion. So, like I said, I have been I almost said conversating. I have been conversing with JaMelle Hill, who is running for Congress in the 2nd District of my beautiful state, Georgia. Georgia's always on the mind, y'all. But, yeah, we're going to wrap things up. So, I know we didn't really talk too much to the children, the younger folks, the ones that are going to be shaping this great nation very, very, very soon. So, what kind of message do you have to the younger voters?
Um, so to everyone, I mean, honestly, in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have got to get out and vote. It's not by chance that civics have been taken out of school.
Mm.
It's not by chance that, I mean, we used to have the Bill of Rights song. You remember that song? I'm on a bill on Capitol Hill, right? That type of stuff used to be on public broadcasting.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Schoolhouse Rocks, absolutely. Because people were, again, informed and educated, right?
Right.
It's purposely been taken out because they don't want us to know or be aware of what's really going on. If you think about it, usually what happens is we vote our politicians in and then we're really unaware of what goes on after that. How many people actually watch C-SPAN, right? How many people actually watch the House floor meetings when committees argue over bills before they're actually passed? I mean,
No, it's very difficult to get through them. I've watched a few testimonies, and it's just really a lot of mudslinging, or it's really just boring. And you're right, and it's very, very. It throws people off if that's your only interpretation or perception of what politics really is. But you're right, like politics is so much deeper, and we're in we're at a very crucial moment right now. We're at a precipice of if we do not make a certain decision that we could maybe have irreparable damage done to this country.
right, and this is the thing. You vote now. If you have a child that's 2 years old, 3 years old, it doesn't matter what race you are. If you have a child that is 2 year old or 3 year old, the laws that are implemented in the next 4 years will impact them directly by the time they're 12 and 13 years old. Here in the state of Georgia, a 13-year-old can be charged as an adult
Mm.
and sentenced to life without the possibility of parole.
That is wild, y'all.
So you have they're locking up our men
Yes.
unfairly, right? We can the numbers are out there. Black people are more likely to be incarcerated, more likely to receive longer prison terms. We've seen it. You've seen the memes, right?
And you know, we talk about it all the time. Y'all know police brutality, the unfair justice system, disproportionately targeted through war on drugs, all that bullshit. You know, we hit it all the time here, and it's true.
Uncontroversial conversations.
Yes.
But you have those you have those things going on. So again, mothers, understand that you if you have a child that's 2 3 years old, you need to vote, and you're not just voting for the president. The
Mm-mm.
president does not make laws. It's Congress and Senate that make laws. So they want you to be frustrated because nobody really wanted Biden, right? And most people wanted Stacey Abrams, right? So, but here it is. We have Biden and we have Miss Kamala. So people are frustrated. I'm not going to the polls. I'm not going to the polls. It is more important things than just the presidential race. I maybe won't say more important things, but equally important things on that ballot, such as who's running for Congress, such as who's running for Senate, who's going to pass laws that affect your life and your child's life. Because by the time you're of age, by the time you're in your 30s and your child is a teenager, it's too late. The laws are already there, they're already in place. So, again, we have to be proactive.
Mm-hmm.
We have to understand that we can no longer sit back and be docile when it comes to this political process. You all see the political process affects our minimum wage. We're trying now to get it up to $15 an hour because still, even at $15 an hour, it's not enough to cover a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, like we're not keeping up with the levels of production, but we're producing more. Technology was supposed to allow us to enjoy it and have a convenience and not be working against the grindstone 80 hours, it feels like a week, even if it's only 40. But here we are, like we have to start making these types of changes. And you're right, it starts with voting. And it's not even just the president, it's not just the Senate, it starts locally. Like if you don't know who your local elected officials are, if you don't know what's going on in your own community, I think you might want to start looking into that before you really start looking into what the president's doing, because he just enforces and he's the executive of these laws and stuff like that.
3 branches, right? We're going to start doing something on the weekends too. We'll do it via Zoom where people can call in and we can start having these type of political discussions, because the thing is we're asking you to vote, but I understand when you go to the ballot and you have to check Republican, Democrat, or incumbent. What does that mean? Does that mean that I won't see any of the other candidates? I need to know what it looks like before I get there.
Yes.
They say 5 P's. Preparation prevents piss poor performance. Right? Mm-hmm. So let's work together. Let's get prepared. Let's see what we need to know. And then going back, like you said, to our local elections, we have Miss Erica Williams running for our local DA here. That matters because everybody knows, what does the DA do?
Bring the charges of whoever's going to get,
They're the ones that prosecute. They're the ones that take the prosecution before the judge. So do you think it would be helpful if you had someone who wasn't a racist in that position? Do you think it would be helpful if we put someone, not if she landed in there, not if we crossed our fingers and hope, what if we as a city voted her in? What if we strategically and purposefully did that to protect our children? We should do that. Let's do that. November 3rd.
November 3rd.
Remember, 3rd of November.
hey, save the date, Yeah, because this is a very, very, very incredible time that we're in right now. There's so much going on right now, and it's so hard to really stay focused on one thing. And you shouldn't be mad or upset at yourself for feeling the things that you're feeling right now. A lot of people probably are feeling overwhelmed, and you should. Trying to figure out how to vote in probably the craziest election of all time in the middle of a pandemic when you might be unemployed, you don't have health care, you're trying to figure out how to feed your children. Voting.
That's the way to do it.
Voting.
I'm going to tell you something. I don't care what the circumstances may be. It does not matter. Your life, your child's life, your family's life, your legacy is on the line. We have to start showing up, our voices. And if we've learned how to vote as a block, if every single, let's make it, we turn up. That's what we do. Turn up at the election. Turn up. Have a DJ out there. I would love for a DJ to be at every polling booth. Make it a party. What did Michelle Obama say? If you have to be there all night, BYOB. Stay warm. Stay thirsty.
Definitely. I like that a lot. Like, turn up for this election. Like, it doesn't even have to be a hashtag, but literally pull up. Like, we need y'all.
Literally.
If y'all want to have a cookout, y'all want to grill, y'all want to have a block party, like, do it. Because you technically can. As long as you're not sitting there endorsing a candidate on the public grounds of the polling place, you good. Y'all can really turn the hell up and turn the hell out. I'm actually mad, though, because we haven't turned this into a public holiday. And we make it such an obstacle to have to vote. So there is way, though, that people can stay more connected. And with the app that we were recently speaking about, with at least in Georgia, I definitely know there's this Georgia's SOS app, and it's for the Secretary of State, and it helps keep you connected, helps you find if you need an absentee ballot, things like that.
Android or Apple, it's Georgia SOS.
Yes, definitely. So I don't want to hear no excuses. Y'all be glued to them phones trying to research things. At least research if you are able to vote.
Gotta be registered. You have to be registered to vote. And again, that's something that we should fix. every citizen should automatically be registered. This should not be a cumbersome system. But again, we can fix that now so that when our children vote, right? My son is 11, right? So in 7 years, it won't even be 2 presidential terms, right? 8 years. I mean, so, you know, we have to understand that this is not just about us. This is about the legacy that we leave. This is about what we're doing for our family, because if we don't do something now, the world that we want to exist and that we think should exist will be so far removed from it. I mean, look where we've come in the last 4 years, right? Look, in 7 years, it was 7 years ago, right? Let's talk about this. 7 years ago when the Civil Rights Act was gutted. Right? Yeah. And look at now, look at the problems that we have. That's because we didn't come out and vote. We did not come out and support that legislation. And now because of that, we wait in line for 4 hours to vote. Now because of that, they close precincts unfairly, just at a whim, because the states can decide that.
Yes.
And look at the effect it's having. So that's the thing. And it's okay not to know. It's okay not to be aware of everything that's going on, because it's a lot going on, right? But if you this is the beginning, having these conversations and just saying, you know what, well, if you know something, let's talk about it. You may know something. Hey, what you doing? Let's just go up here for a couple hours. We're about to go vote, and then you go do what you do, right?
Definitely. We have to do this, y'all. Like, there's no turning back. If we continue down this path, we might not really be able to get to another state of not necessarily normalcy, but just something that we can at least adhere to and live by on a day.
Thrive in. We deserve to thrive.
Oh, we definitely deserve to thrive.
We work hard.
I'm tired of this survival mindset. Like, when can we live? You know? Like it's time to live. Like, let's turn this downtime into like a renaissance, you know, like instead of using all of the bad, like we wanted the roaring 20s to come through, so, you know, we got to rock with it. Right.
Actually, voting will help you get to the bag. That's what I need for everyone to understand. Right? Right. And that's the B, right? It ain't bring your own booze, right? It's the bring your own ballot. Come let your voice be heard. But, you know, it's we have to vote. We have to vote. There's just no way around it. We have to.
I definitely appreciate you coming in, giving me your time. If there's anything that you would like to plug real quick, as far as maybe websites or anything like that, now's your chance.
Right. So it's important that you know who you're voting for. It's important that you understand the platform and the issues that they're running on. They should align with what it is that you want in life. I encourage you to visit my website so that you can see what my platform is and the things that matter to me, for the things that I'll be fighting for once I reach Congress with your vote. Because of y'all, it's a cumbersome process to run for office. It's purposely not an easy thing. And so I won't be on the ballot. I'll actually have to be written on the ballot. So you'll actually have to write my name if you would like for me to represent you, the 2nd District in our U.S. Congress. But if you'd like to know more about me and my platform, please visit my website. It's www.votejhill.org. Again, www.votejhill.org. And of course, I'm on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and, you know, the other one, all the big one, Instagram. There we go. JaMelle Hill for Congress. They're all linked, so you'll see them there. And just reach out to me. Feel free to ask me questions. Feel free to engage with me and get direct answers. I'm available. I'm here to learn more about you, to learn more about the issues that affect you, so that I can know more how I can help and how I can be of service to you. Even now, before reaching Congress, you know, it's not about what you know. A lot of the times it's about who you know. And so just, again, being that bridge to bring resources to your area, please reach out to me.
Well, 2nd District, you have heard it here on Controversial Conversation, live and direct. JaMelle Hill, what she will do for you if you write her name in on November 3rd. So, I appreciate everybody tuning in, and y'all already know, as always, y'all be good, and y'all be great.